Hi guys, greetings to you all, and once again you are welcome to the Stratford Africa channel. This is our match reaction video to our first Premier League game of the season, which just ended about some few minutes ago. United has started their first Premier League campaign to a flying and very exciting start by thrashing Leeds United 5-1 at Old Trafford. Yes, Manchester United 5, Leeds United 1. And this was masterminded by Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba. Yes, so this is our match reaction to that game. I'm very excited. As I said earlier, welcome guys, you all back on here. So let's just get into it straight away and talk about the game. You know, it was a very nice and interesting game to watch. Very exciting, a very attacking game. No defensive minded, just attack, a wide open game. So that being said, thanks you all for your support, and please subscribe if you haven't, and smash a like on the video. You know, we are all feeling excited and buzzing, so the feeling is mutual. You know, every United fan is very excited right now, and this is due to our first Premier League win of the season. So moving on, as I said, I'm very excited, and I expect you all to be very excited and buzzing, and we are really looking forward to this season. So the much expected flying start we all wished we have is what the boys have delivered for us, and then we are very grateful to them. So that being said, I think the game was very good to watch, and then a very exciting result at the end of it, and then we have jumped up top on top of the Premier League table now. So let's just hope that the boys will kick on from here and then put on good performances against the likes of Southampton, Newcastle and Crystal Palace. Those are our next games to come. That is where the test is going to really lie though, because this Leeds United game everybody knew was going to be an open game, but the next week against Southampton is not coming to play as open as Leeds United did. So I think the real test comes next week. So we must do everything to avoid a repeat of the 2019-2020 season, when we started the season very well by smashing Chelsea 4-0 at Old Trafford, and then after that everything broke down. This is our make or break season. This season, all those mistakes, we should make sure that we don't go on and then repeat them. So that being said, I think the lads played well. It was generally a very positive performance, and at the end of it all, a very positive result. So as I said earlier, so the boys should move on, and then let's get the season started very well. The first Premier League game is done and we've won it. So now let's try and build momentum. It's very important we try and build momentum. We shouldn't let just this go. So let's grab hold of it. Confidence is high at the camp, and let's hope everything goes on well. So that being said, let's move straight on to the game and to look and try and digest the game and see what things that we noted down and observed from the game. So generally, as I said earlier, the performance was very good. Everybody played well. Defensively, we were very solid, and I think the intensity of the game was crazy. For a game of for the first game of a Premier League season to be that high intensity, it's only this United that can deliver such a game. So at a point in time in the first half, I was really feeling very sorry for our players, because we could see that they were panting and struggling and panting. They were very tired, because they are playing Leeds United. They will come at you, they will run, they will kick the ball long. If you don't match them with that high intensity, then you won't win. So kudos to the boys for stepping up and matching their intensity. And the moment we are able to match their intensity, as for quality, we've got it. Our quality will take us over the line, and that is what the likes of Fernandes and Pogba make sure it happened. So crazy intensity, as I said earlier, and McTominay was superb in the first half. The guy can drive forward. He was everywhere in the midfield. You understand? All of these people, they need a very good center defensive midfielder to flourish. That's why I keep saying that if you end this summer without bringing a very good CDM, then we wouldn't have done the team any good. So McTominay was superb in the first half, and also I also observed that we misplaced a couple of passes here and there. So moving on, the coaching staff, Oli and the like and the others, they have to come together and try to improve upon our passing. Yes, our passing really needs to be improved upon. I know it's the first game of the season, so people are still rusty and all of that. But with the United, I know this passing issue is a long-standing issue in the team, and I think it still needs to be addressed. And one other observation too is the fact that James is still James. In the first half, he got himself into very good positions, but his final decision making a couple of times let him down. I was even screaming for him to be taken off so that Sancho can come in and play. But I think work rate wise, he will always give you that. But his final decision making needs to be improved. And defensively too, I think we're very solid. I can't really remember Leeds United threatening us that much, except from their goal, which was a very superb goal, though we'll talk about that later. So I think Wan-Bissaka was very solid. He handled Rafinha very well. And then Maguire and Lindelof too, their partnership was good today. And then also Luke Shaw was Luke Shaw. He got forward well, he attacked well, he defended well. I think defensively as a unit, this game today, we were very solid. And the Leeds United attack didn't really threaten us that much. You understand? So we'll talk more about that in the player rating session. So in the second half too, as I said earlier, the main talking points of the second half was the Leeds United goal. What a hit by Luke Ayling. That was a very brilliant goal. It was superb. The goalkeeper could have done nothing about that. He just hit it, and he hit it well, and kudos to him. His luck shone, and it resulted in a goal. And then from there, Bruno Fernandes and Pogba said, what is going on? Give us this game. Then they got grab of the game, and then attacked the game, and made the difference in the game was made by these two guys. You understand? So when you have quality in your team, this is what you do get along the way when you play. So that being said, I think it was a very good game. Leeds United were very open, hard work. They were running around. They really give us a very high intensity game. So that being said, I think the second half when Sancho came on too, he was very neat and tidy. Yes, I really love what I saw of him, even though he wasn't really that much involved in the game. But when he had the ball, you could see the kind of player he is. He's looking to pass it, to get the ball forward, receive, passing goals. If he can dribble, then he would look to try and dribble. If he can nutmeg someone, he's looking to try and get that all important statistics high. And then also, most important thing, he looks after the ball, and he's a pass first player, as I said earlier on in my video about him. I really saw that, and I like what I saw of Jadon Sancho, neat and tidy. So that being said, I think let's take some few looks into some statistics of the game. So you could see that from the game, ball possession wise, as I said, it was a very closely contested game. United were just very clinical with their chances. So dominance wise, it was very closely contested. United had 49% possession as against Leeds United 51%. You understand? So after United scored their fifth goal, they relaxed and just tried to see the game off. So in that area, Leeds United grew into the game. They dominated, and then kept on playing the passes around, just to see the game to the end. So that's why the statistics there has changed. But in the first half, United were higher with the ball possession stats. But overall, Leeds United has 51% against United's 49%. Shots on target, United has 8 shots on targets against Leeds United only 3. So as I said, the numbers here really confirm what I said earlier, that they didn't really pose any danger to us. We had 8 shots on target. Out of it, we scored 5, and they had 3 shots on target. Then they scored 1 out of the 3. So total shots, we have 16 total shots against their 10. 16 total shots against their 10. And then touches, they had more touches than us, as I explained earlier. We had 599 touches against their 609 touches. And then also we had more corners, 5-4 offsides. They committed 3 offside against our 2. So those are some few statistics from the game. So as I said, a very closely contested game, but United were more clinical, and we created the more chances. We had the most shots, and then we deserved to win. We really did deserve to win. So that being said, Leeds United were as wide open as everybody expected them to be, you know. So they didn't change the way they play, and I don't expect them to change the way they play. So that really is what made me said what I said earlier on. The real test comes next week when we play Southampton, because with Southampton we won't get the amount of space we had today. So the boys will really celebrate this win and then get back to work. We really need to put some consistency and some momentum together this season. What happened last season and the seasons before is our past. We don't really want to revisit that again. Now we mean business. This season is our make or break season. So the guys should keep on delivering as they have done today. So that being said, let's take a look at player ratings. In these player ratings, we give every player a score out of 10, and then depending on your performance, then you are rated. So I think DJ's performance was average, and that was no fault of his. Leeds United didn't really threaten his goal that much, so I'll give DJ a score of 6 out of 10. Apart from that, everybody else in the team scores 7.5 to 8 for me, apart from Bruno and Pogba, who I will give 9 out of 10. And either of these two, if you pick them, either one of them as your man of the match, I wouldn't have any issue with you. They all played brilliantly. Pogba had about 4 assists and Bruno scored a hat-trick. You understand? So with the hat-trick Bruno scored, definitely he's going to be the official man of the match. But with us, the fans, with what we see, what we watch, the influence we are looking for, Pogba also really had, if not more than, but a similar influence on the game. You understand? So if you pick Pogba as your man of the match, that will be fine. And Bruno also as your man of the match, I wouldn't have any problem with that. So those who were dissing Bruno and disrespecting Bruno when he got tired and his form dropped back a little bit, the man is back and he means business right now. You understand? So let your apologies be as loud as your disrespect. Yes, the GOAT midfielder is back. You guys disrespect him, and when you go and make your fantasy Premier League teams, you select him and you make him captains. But we are always on the timeline slandering him here and there. You understand? The man is a beast of a midfielder. He goes forward, he attacks the 18-yard box. He's always looking to score goals and assist. You understand? So that's a very, very top player we've got there. So what I would like to say again is that it's all of us, our prayer, that Pogba stays and sign that new contract. You understand? If you could get a very top defensive midfielder to come and partner these two, Charlie, we could run world football for some time now. You understand? Our team is very, very, very young, and you really need to give them the platform to excel and win trophies and help us back to where we belong. So that being said, I think that is all that I've written down from the game, and that is my match reaction for you guys. So let me know what all your thoughts about it in the comment section, and please subscribe if you haven't. And then also let's look forward to a very good season. So that being said, I think I've mentioned all that I've jotted down. All I need to do now is just state on the fact that we really need to go on from now and build momentum. Keep on. Consistency is very key now. We can't slip off. City is coming. Chelsea have strengthened. Every team is looking good, so we can't afford any slip up here and there. Yes, the much needed first win has been achieved, but now the most important work comes against Southampton next week. Yes, against Southampton next week. So let's wish the boys well and hope they deliver for us to go on and have a very, very good season. So until we meet again next season, this has been your match reaction to the Leeds United game. Manchester United won that game 5-1. So until we meet again next time, have a nice time to you all. Bye bye.